the back of those unemployment figures, the Gauteng Enterprise Propeller now opening applications for small businesses that are hoping to employ people and need help after the violence in Gauteng last month. At least 18,000 people lost their jobs in Gauteng alone as a result of that violence. Lebogang Mphahlele is the chair of the board of the Gauteng Enterprise Propeller. Lebogang, good afternoon to you, and I appreciate the time. Thank you. What kind of funding are you making available? What do you hope the funding will achieve?
Thank you, Stephen, for having me. The funding that the Gauteng Enterprise Propeller, which we would refer to as GEP, to cut it short, is the recognition that COVID-19 itself and the riots that took place had impacted negatively on the SMMEs, small business, including informal sectors. So the 100 million that has been put aside is there to assist that, because most of them are uninsured, which means at this moment they're out of business. Gauteng Enterprise Propeller deals more with funding, which is loans. But because of the need now to rebuild the economy, because of the need of the SMMEs, based on where they are now, the decision has been made then to make it a 50-50 grant and loan, So that's where the GEP is at this moment. In partnership with IDC, the applications will be received from the SMMEs, which 50% of it will be a loan and 50% of it will be a grant.
So, you'll have seen today's unemployment figures, and obviously the aim is to help businesses and in the end to create sustainable jobs. We have so many people who need sustainable jobs. Are you hoping this will have an impact?
Definitely, because when you restore the SMMEs, you are actually enabling them to create more jobs that will actually assist.
You're doing what you can in this situation, and obviously it comes after the violence. What else do you think we need to be doing? Obviously you focus on Gauteng, so the Gauteng provincial government policy is important to you. Do you believe that the Gauteng provincial government is doing enough to grow the economy? And I can talk about the situation in Gauteng, we can talk about the unemployment situation in South Africa, but actually it's a regional problem. It's all of Southern Africa that suffers from unemployment.
I would say that at this moment, like you're saying, we're doing the best we can. But also rebuilding Gauteng itself. Gauteng itself holds over 30% of the economy of the country. So when you rebuild Gauteng, in essence, you're rebuilding the country as a whole, And that's where we're at this moment as Gauteng.
What do you think the priority needs to be at the moment? Where would you start?
We're not really prioritizing in terms of sectors, because all the sectors were affected. We will be looking at all the applications, all the sectors. However, it is important to note that at this moment, there will be another trend. At this moment, we're looking at SMMEs and other informal sectors which were affected by COVID-19 or the riots. There is no specification in terms of prioritization, because all the sectors were really affected.
We seem to be losing you, I'm afraid, on the link there. But Lebogang Mphahlele, I do appreciate the time. Thank you. Chair of the board of the Gauteng Enterprise Propeller. Important conversation around where you target the money that you have. Lebogang Mphahlele, thank you. Well,